What's going on, everybody? We are back again today, and we have so much to show you.
It just moves the gun so much to do that. You want to be like...
We're here, obviously, with Matthew, and then we got Scott Little in the house. If you guys don't know Scott Little, you should by this point. You guys started what? We're probably at like 75 days?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. AI Scott in the house. Yeah. I mean, like probably just a little under 3 months ago.
A little under 3 months ago. Scott's obviously been fucking killing it. We're going to be showing you guys a whole bunch of different stuff. If you guys watched the last video, you saw us negotiating a $3 million lot. Well, look, I'll send it, as soon as I get it from you, I'll send it over to my guy. I'll talk with him tonight, and then I'll touch base with you tomorrow. I'll shoot you a text. We're going to be showing you how that deal is going. And then also, we're actually closing a deal with Scott pretty soon here that's going to be a $115,000 deal. And we're going to walk you through exactly how we found the deal, how the negotiations went, how we got under contract, and how we sold it for a $115,000 fee. And by the end of this video, I promise you're going to know exactly how you can go do the same thing yourself. So make sure you lock in. We're here for the long haul, and we're here to give you all the sauce, no hype up bullshit, the actual game you need to go start closing these six-figure deals.
Scott, can you tell people to subscribe?
Yeah, man, just hit the like button, subscribe. I mean, it's free. Free 99, come on. Let's go.
It actually makes you money. There's actually return on investment in subscribing.
Scott's been in the program for less than 90 days. What's your... that you've assigned already and then projected profit?
Charlotte deal that's at 85.
Is that closing? Is that or no, the Raleigh one's closing today, or is it the Charlotte?
No, it's the Charlotte one. Okay. Charlotte one's closing today. The buyer signed, and I think whatever, just a little bit of drama. So the seller's signing tomorrow, and then we record Tuesday after Memorial Day. Raleigh's closing on the 8th. That's 75. Our deal's 115, like June 8th, I think, right?
June 8th.
So
I'm not adding up all these. What's the total?
Well, the tail here, we got 50 on the Bird Dog,
Yep.
85 on Charlotte, 75, that's 150, 160 plus 50, 210, plus the 115K deal.
325?
Yeah, 325 in a quick little...
In 90 days?
90 days.
That's insane.
And I was talking about just closing for these guys. Like, and I was like, dude, come on, man. You don't want to just fucking do this. You can crush it.
He said he wanted to come work with us, and I was like, Scott, this shit's easy enough. You're going to get it. And, I mean, actions speak louder than words. In 90 days, $325,000 in assignment fees in under 90 days. Just think about that. People go to school for 4 years, then 4 more years of medical school, then 4 years of a residency, 12 years of schooling to go become a doctor, and they're not making that as a doctor. I mean, it's insane, and that's
So,
90 days.
Put this into perspective. The median home price in the United States is like 450 grand. An average realtor, let's say you make 3%, which is not the norm anymore. Now it's like 2.5. But let's say 3%, that's 12 grand and some change. But then let's say you have a favorable split with your broker, and you're getting 80% of that. So what is 80% of 12,000?
8,500 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. So if you want to make 300 grand, how many deals do you have to do at $8,500 a pop?
To make 325?
Let's just say 300 grand, and you're closing, right?
You got to do 37 deals.
37 deals. So we're talking 3 a month. Or in the next 90 days, you can learn how to wholesale luxury houses and do the exact same
On 5
thing.
deals, by the way.
I literally just closed my last novation deal on this podunk in Redmond, Oregon for this older lady. It literally took 7-8 months to get it across the line, and it was like a 15K spread.
Dude,
We just did one deal that's going to be like
dwarfs them.
like 4x of that.
No, that's why we're sitting here. We're like shit talking. Like, so for instance, okay, spoiler alert, the deal that you guys saw in the last video where we were talking to a guy who immediately said, I've been working with these wholesalers. Are you a wholesaler? And I said, yeah. Well, guess what? We're wholesaling his house. We told him we're going to wholesale his house. In fact, he's actually talking directly with our seller, and neither of these people are going around us, and they know exactly who each other are, and we're going to make $50,000 on that deal minimum. It's actually pretty likely we're going to make more.
Seller didn't want to work with a wholesaler, so we said, all right, that's fine. We'll connect you directly with our buyer. I texted our buyer and said, hey, can you just pay me $50K on it? He replied, sure. I mean, the texts are right here. I didn't want to be greedy and ask for $100K. I was like, can you just give me a little $50K on it? And he said, sure. These numbers are so small to them because he's going to go and have $3 million of upside on this deal. 50K is like peanuts to him. I'm doing him a favor, actually, by telling him I only want to make 50 on it, and his response was just sure. As soon as that deal closes, we've done tons with this guy. He's just going to wire us 50 grand, guys. It's that easy.
All right, yo, let's get, so we want to walk you through this exact deal that Scott just did for the 115K fee that's closing, that's on the 8th, right?
Yeah, June 8th. That's coming up in
A couple weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Okay. So, Scott, did you text Matthew?
I did. Matt, it's on your phone. I got the forward.
Scott used the Sniper marketing system on exactly how we find these deals, right? And we're going to show you, he reached out to the seller, and let's see exactly what this conversation looked like. And while we're looking at this, I want you to ask yourself, do you think that you would be capable of sending text messages like these? Keep that in the back of your mind while we're going through these texts.
So how many texts did it take for the seller to first respond?
Well, let's count these, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, responds once, then nothing. 1, 2, so that's 7. So after the 7th text, and then finally get my kind of automated response going.
So all these messages were with no response from her. And you just kept being persistent. She said, I'm the owner. She still didn't answer. And then finally said, we might be interested.
So the game is just repetition, right? It's just getting reps in on the communication on the text. And it's actually fun. I enjoy just running campaigns, right? Letting whoever's going to show up for interest in selling.
Also, I love this question you asked. Because so you say, hey, it's not been updated fully in the last 3 years, right? We already know it's going to be a teardown, but this next question you ask is so casual, like the way you introduced it. Hey, I guess the best question is, what would you need in net cash, no realtor fees, and boom, they say, hey, look, other houses 1.6, 1.7. I think 1.5 is the right price.
It just kind of say, hey, like let's get this let's moving, and I'll get my partner Matt out there. I just kind of had the sense of this seller's gonna be difficult. I would rather just hand it off to the guys and say their feet on the ground. They'll help get it across the line, and that's what Matt did. So
yeah, guys, he sent us this deal. Occasionally it happens. I mean, it happens with everyone. It happens with me, and I'll pass off a lead to Tyson to reach out as a third party. This seller just stopped answering. Scott gave us the lead. He gave us the name and the phone number and told us the address. In under 48 hours, we had that deal locked up. And within another 4 or 5 hours after we were under contract, we had it assigned and earnest money in for $100.
And our JV agreement too.
Yeah, and our JV agreement with Scott. He's making, what's half of 115,000?
60 grand.
60 grand from literally sending a phone number and an address to us. We got that property locked up and assigned right away, and it closes in 2 weeks.
So tell them about the buyer.
Yeah, so the buyer is a very big developer in town. His name's he does development all over Paradise Valley, Scottsdale, and I actually think we probably could have sold this deal for a little more to someone else, but one of the important things people need to know about the luxury space is when you have a luxury developer that's looking to buy a lot of stuff. Ryan, for example, has a $50 million line of credit right now, and he's buying everything left and right. To satisfy one of those buyers so that they continually come back to you, and it's already happened quite a bit with Ryan. He's texting me on every couple days saying, hey, what else do you have? Those are the people that you want to take care of. You don't want to try to maximize the profit on every single deal. When you have someone that's ready to go that says yes, go to that first person. That's how good business is done. When someone says that they're ready to go on something, don't keep trying to shop it to make an extra $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. Go with who you got, and that's what we did. And we have 2 deals assigned to that same buyer right now, actually. Another deal that Tyson and I did together. And I mean, that's in 2 deals, 150 grand to one single buyer. And he's ready to buy 10 to 15 more over the next 90 days is what he said to us. So we got some work to do.
And the cool thing is that, right, we're doing this deal with Scott, but Scott's got these deals that he's doing in North Carolina, and we don't have all of our relationships fleshed out there. And we were just coming through looking at our system, and we got a bunch of leads in there, and he's like, oh yeah, I got a guy for that, got a guy for that, got a guy for that.
Tampa,
so,
the whole bit. South Florida.
So it's like it's just this when you're in the right community and you surround yourself with people that are doing the same things, the deals just start to stack up because now everything's opened up and it's like you always know somebody somewhere, right? And it might not be you, but it might be somebody that's in the community, and then we can just go ahead and get the deals done.
Well, and this space is what I like too is that Matt talks about this a lot. Is like the abundance mindset. It's just not trying to penny pinch. I had a deal that just closed at JV in Nashville, and the dude stiffed me a couple grand. I'm like, I'm never sending you a deal again, dude, ever again. We're done. If you fuck with my money, right, and aren't forthcoming, why would I send you a deal on an assignment that we could have easily just been like, hey, 50-50 or whatever, whatever we worked out. The dude was full of shit, and for me it's like when everything's on the table and you're not again pinching pennies and stuff, it's like it's just way more worth it to go the route of like this season vets than anything else. So
and the good thing about the luxury space compared to traditional wholesaling, when I was in traditional wholesaling, I was nervous to show people that I was making 20-25 grand because that's about what they're going to go make on a flip. I mean, the people that I'm talking to now, you just saw a text where I sent someone a text and said, hey, can you just pay me $50K on this? Just want a nice and easy deal. And he said, sure. No problems at all about throwing $50K at it, but that's because they have so much upside on the back end. They don't care if they pay 50, 100, 150 grand. As long as the number works for them, they're going to go make a couple million. I mean, if you were going to make a couple $1 million, are you going to care about someone making 100 grand on a deal that you're buying? Of course not. If the numbers work for you and you can go make $2.5 million upside on the back end a year and a half from now, you're happy for the guy that's making 50, 100 grand. And when we could just do tons of those deals and stack them on top of each other, getting to the point of $1 million a year is doing about one deal a month in this space. That's what's so crazy. To get to 7 figures a year, you need to do about one deal a month, which I don't know any other industry or space that you can do one deal every single month and make $1 million in a year. It's crazy.
Straight up.
So speaking of making a bunch of money, another one of our students, David, he's in Florida and he just submitted a deal in Naples, and it looks like the seller is wanting 2.1 net. I just looked at it and so this property, or here, I'll pull it up and I'll show you. All right, so check this out. He just submitted this deal right here, and the sellers are saying that they want a net 2.1. We have this deal right here and this deal right here for sale for $10 and $12 million respectively. This one sold for $3 million and this one sold for 3.2. So I'm gonna go ahead and call David up, see how that conversation went with the seller, and see what we need to do to get it done.
I'm gonna make a seller call here in a bit too.
Let's see how much money we can make in this room today. Speaking of which, we need to, is everything good with the Jackrabbit law?
Yeah. Eddie said he's just waiting on a signature.
Yo, David, what's up, man? It's Tyson.
What's up, Tyson?
Hey, I was just taking a look at this deal in Banyan, and it looks super solid at the number that the seller's wanting.
Yeah. Actually, I just texted her. I tried to call her. She's more of a texting lady because she's not picking up my calls.
Yeah.
And she said she just had a similar offer at 2.12.
Okay. Well, what have you replied yet?
She was like, if you'd like to drop your contract, I'd be happy to take a look at it over the weekend. She gave me her email.
Okay, gotcha. So this is where we want to play this carefully. This is like the difference between regular wholesaling and luxury is if this was regular wholesaling, I'd be calling her up and being like, hey, what do we need to do to get a deal done right now? But if we play that kind of game here, we can scare them off and things won't end well. So let me go ahead. I'm going to shoot you a text and let's game plan this, but we definitely want to get something written up and sent to her.
Yeah.
So you know that this other offer is 2.12?
Yeah, 2,120,000.
Do me a favor. Will you ask her and say, hey, what's the inspection period, how much earnest money, and when is close date on that? And then figure out when she wants to close.
They want to close as soon as possible.
Perfect. So do we. Close of so just say, hey, no problem, totally understand. We're gonna write a better offer. Would you mind sharing with me how long their inspection period is, how much money they're doing for their earnest money deposit, and when close of escrow is, and we're gonna beat it.
One thing I like to do on these, this is Matthew, by the way. One thing I like to do on these at times is when you send the email with the offer after you give her all that information, we should probably come in like 20,000 above where that other offer is, maybe 30, and just put a little excerpt in the email that says, hey, we don't want to go back and forth on this. We know you have another offer. We're going to give you our highest and best right away. We're ready to move on this. We've already allocated the funds. Our developers are good to go. And then we'll send over that offer, and it's going to be strong enough above where the other offer was at that I think we have a very good chance of just locking it up right away.
Yeah. All right, let me text her what you just said.
No, not what I just said. That's going to be in an email. With the offer.
Yeah, get that other info. Yeah. And then David, I'm gonna is what I'll do while you're doing this is I'm gonna call some of our guys in Naples and get a hard number on it so that when she does reply, we can go ahead and submit a super strong offer.
It's off market though, yeah?
Yeah, it's off market now, but it was listed for 2.4. And again, I mean, this could be an issue with something of like how close it is to this road, but I don't think it's a problem. Like it's on this Banyan Boulevard, which is, I mean, it's a 2-lane road with a median. So I think that's probably the big issue, but it's pretty far off the road. Like they have like a fucking one of those semicircle driveways, and there's other houses that are on the road. Like there's one that is 8.3 million. It's on that road, and we know the developer on it, so that's gonna be my first call.
All right, I got one for us here in Nashville.
What the fuck? There's one on this road that sold 17 million.
Unbelievable.
Damn.
It's on.
Holy moly,
It's
dude.
a tiny bit bigger lot.
Naples, dude. Need to hit. I've been hitting Naples too, man. There's so much opportunity in Florida right now.
Oh, it's
like,
on. It's like a little.
It's crazy.
Fucking water right here, though.
All right, let's. I'll hop on a call here with the seller. They've only got till like 4 in Nashville.
It's Brad.
Hey, Brad, Scott here, Lux Ventures Group. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Hey, good. Glad we could finally connect. Been going back and forth here.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit like what you guys are ultimately like. What's your timeline? When are you trying to move? What's kind of your situation? Are you staying in Nashville? Like, what's kind of your whole situation?
Yeah, I mean, we've been here. We bought this house in 1999.
Okay.
We had lived over in the Richland area, and wanted to get in a condo, and we wanted to get a yard. We had our daughter 26 years ago, so we've been here ever since. We would probably like to move to Williamson County, Brentwood area, and we're not in a big rush. We've
Sure.
been here for 22 years.
Yep.
My wife is kind of semi-attached to the house anyway. I mean, we could stay here. We don't, we looked at a couple of years ago. We had an offer a little over $1,050,000 that we just didn't take at the time due to the fact we were just in the market really. We weren't ready to make a move, basically. So
Makes sense.
we bought a home in Sandestin in Miramar Beach, Florida, and eventually that's where we're going. So
Okay.
we've got a timeline of probably about 3 years out. So we're between now and then we're looking to sell this home.
Sure.
We could, we're motivated to. We don't need the money because it's paid off. Our cars are paid off. We don't have any debt. No credit cards. So we're not in a lock. We're trying to sell it quick. It's not us. But when I look at comps in this area, we've had several just go through in the last few months. Over 4037 Albert Drive. It's only less than a block away from us. It sold just recently for 1.16, and it's only 0.58 acres. We've got 0.67. There's another one only a block and a half away from us, 974 Grilland Drive. That one sold for 1.125.
These sellers are paying $100,000.
So, we're looking probably at least that amount, if not, up to the 1.2 range. Due to the fact we've got a better lot. It's not only bigger, but it's a corner lot on Leland and Greerland, and just having a grill and drive entrance is worth a bunch over here from the standpoint that, most everything here is, all the houses are being torn down and they're building a big 3,500, 4,000 square foot house.
Well, yeah, and absolutely, all those deals too obviously factor in 8%, right, on closing costs, right, for realtors, and then escrow and.
I think these were directly bought from, the one on Albert was bought directly from a developer. I don't think realtors are involved in either one of these.
Got it. Well, and what I was going to say too, the good news about working with us is that we could actually, because you'd mentioned it's important to you to find a place in the meantime, like in Brentwood, we can totally source something off market for you guys as well if you give us the kind of the outline and get you something there, so you're not paying retail on the flip side, right? So in terms of, and again, we can do free rent back, like that's not typically an issue for a number of months. I think really what it comes down to is just what are the most important things to you in terms of the next couple months, right? And ultimately what you want to net out of the property. Everything else we can make super simple. So what does that look like for you?
Yeah, looking at comps, again, I couldn't imagine taking less than what these other homes in this area going through developers. We've discussed with other builders here also, a few years ago, and we just started this again. We just, you're one of the first people we talked to.
Sure.
But again, we're completely, we never thought of involving a realtor. We want to net out, again, based on comps, whatever can be paid. We'd like to get 1.2.
Sure.
I think the size of the lots and the amenities we have here, the slope, the grade, just all of the, the access on the grill, and just there's a lot of things here. The way the sun sets and opens up on the yard, it's just we think there's some value there. So,
sure.
That's what we're looking at. As far as timeline goes, again, we could be motivated to. We probably would need at least probably 90 days. Closing, and then another 30 days after that, probably, so 120 days total. We would be able to, pack stuff up.
Yep.
A lot of the stuff we're actually already moving to Florida, but
okay.
We're going to be living. We're not going to leave Nashville for at least 2 more years.
Easy.
So
Sure.
we plan on staying somewhere in Cool Springs, Brentwood. And then at that point, we'll basically, quit our rent deal, or, if we're here for 120 days, then we'll move over there at that time.
Makes sense. So why don't we do this then? Why don't you talk with your wife and kind of figure out, hey, listen, we've got someone that can, not only buy it off market, not go the realtor route, all the fees, all that kind of stuff, which most people are going to deal with anyway. Have that chat, and then also the fact that we can also find you guys an off-market deal as well, if that's what you want based on specifications or whatever it is you guys are looking for, and then let's figure out what makes sense, and then kind of go from there. I'll get with my partners, kind of figure out, hey, where would we realistically need to be at to make this come together, and then kind of go from there. Because I don't like doing the whole back and forth game and like bidding wars and all. It's just a waste of time, right? Like, I want to make something make sense and bring you guys value and help you out in terms of putting this all together. And I think we can absolutely do so and make this a smooth, seamless type of transaction. So
that's pretty much. I mean, what we're talking about is that 120 days here in the house and 1.2. I mean, that's kind of
sure.
That's where we're at.
Well,
we're not in a rush to sell it.
Yep. Sounds good.
If it sells right away, wonderful. If it's on the market, we're not in the market. We're not going to have it on the market. But I mean, if it takes another year to
sure.
Get a buyer, then we're fine with that too.
Sounds good. Well, do that. You guys have that conversation. I'll kind of crunch some more numbers. Figure out where we can ultimately come to an agreement at, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, and then we'll send you the information on the house to this text number. I've got some JPEG images of, the floor plan really doesn't matter because it's just going to be torn down
Do you-
anyway, but parts of the lot,
See if he has a survey.
and all that, so you can have that for your record.
And then do you have a survey by chance on the land?
Yeah, I think it's been a few years, but
That's fine.
we do have one was done, and
Great.
You can take a look at that, and if there's anything else you need, let us know.
I appreciate it, Brad. Definitely. I'll send you my email. You send that over, and then we'll be in touch here in the coming days, and then go from there.
Okay, sounds great. Have a great Memorial Day.
You too, my friend. Talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
Real quick question for the viewers. Why is it important to have a land survey done?
So a survey, essentially, someone certified will come out. They'll put property stakes on all the different corners and figure out exactly where the lot lines are. Why that matters is because wherever the lot lines are dictates what your building envelope is. Every single city has different building envelopes, how far back you're allowed to build from property lines. So after you get that survey done, in some places it's 25 feet, in some it's 50 from the lot lines of where you can start building. So after you figure out exactly what the survey says and where the lot lines are, then you can do the math and figure out how big of a house can I build on this. Why is that so important? Because if a survey is off by a little bit or someone doesn't have one and your setbacks change by 30 feet, that could equate to 400 square feet that you can't build in the house. That might not sound like a lot, but when you're exiting a house for, say, $1,500 a square foot, that's $600,000 you're missing out on just from not being able to build that extra 400 square feet. So to a seller, they might not understand, oh, well, it's only 200 square feet or 300 square feet. Yeah, well, that's still $400,000 or $500,000 on the back end for us, which is why a survey is so important on the front end.
Well, and also, I mean, look at the deal we just are doing here in Scottsdale together. It was like the sellers always think this. It's like, oh, I've got a corner lot. It actually is a detriment to building. Typically, it's like it's not going to add value. It's actually going to take away just based on the building envelope.
Yeah.
So we had to. That was you went back at 1475 and got it done. Like. These sellers a lot of times, again, buyers are liars and sellers are worse. They always want more than it's typically worth. And it's a matter of educating like what they what it's really worth.
For sure. That seller said something though that's good. He said they want 120 days, like like for a close.
Yeah.
Or okay, so you could potentially talk to a developer and say, hey, it's a 4 or 5 month closing. They might pay a little more because of that, because then they can get plans and permits done during that. I've had deals that I had a buyer that wanted to be at $3 million for a property, and I had a seller that was firm. They wouldn't go a dollar below $3 million. I thought the deal was dead in the water, and then the seller told me something. He said, hey, we don't want to move until my daughter graduates from high school, which is 6 months away. So I called the developer and said, hey, would it change anything on your end if it was a 6 month closing? He said, I'll pay you 3.1 if it's a 6 month closing. Why would he do that? Because on $3 million, he's paying about 10% interest on a hard money loan. So every single month he's paying $25,000 in hard money interest payments had he closed right away on that property. Because I saved him 6 months, $25,000 times 6 months is $150,000. So he actually was able to pay me $100,000 and save $50,000 just by having an extended closing where he can get plans, permits, all that stuff done, and he doesn't have the holding cost during that time. So you can get creative with these deals and still make money just by extending a closing timeline. And when a seller wants it, it's the best thing because then you can go sell that deal for a little bit more, with the plus side being a longer closing for a developer.
All right, I'm going to call a developer that has sold a property for $17 million down the street from that property I just looked at in Naples. Now, I've never talked to this guy before.
Hi, you have reached Phil with Parker Hudson Homes. Please leave me your name, number, and a brief message.
I'll call him again. I'd
There
like
we
to
go.
leave
Double dial that shit.
I'd like to leave you a
Double
message,
tap.
Phil.
Of course.
Hello, this is Phil.
Hey, Phil. My name's Tyson Smith. I was calling to see if you'd be interested in an off-market lot in Kikina Sands.
I'm good, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Phil.
We get another one.
All right. Parker Hudson, out. On to Equinox.
I'm good. That guy just woke up from a nap, it sounded like.
I mean, that guy just sold a house for $17 million.
Really?
Yeah.
That was the dude.
He's the owner of that company. Look at
The
this.
dude. He's like, nah, man, I made too much money already this year.
And how'd you find that guy's number?
All right, I'll show you. Come here. See, okay, very pretty house. We like that. I scroll down and I see right here in the listing description, okay, we've got some notes about the golf course it's by. Do a little looking. It is designed by this architect and expertly built by Parker Hudson Homes. All I did was search Google for it. Found their website. I copied and pasted their website into Claude. I said, can you find out who the decision maker here is? Who would I need to talk to them about selling them an off-market lot in Naples? Pulled it up. We know that Phil is the builder. He's the owner and CEO. We know that his wife is involved. We know that Ryan Fredericks over here is the CFO and does the estate management. And yeah, who called him, got straight to his cell phone number. Obviously, he wasn't interested, so that's fine. Again, that's not giving up. We'll still text him later on, but there's so much other low-hanging fruit over here. Within a tenth of a mile, there's 5 potential people who'd be interested in it. So we'll just go through and call some more of them. Yeah.
What are you whipping now?
Right now, I just have a truck. I actually sold all my nice cars.
Did you?
Yeah.
What? Just because you didn't want to, whatever. Hold. You want to buy more luxury?
Well, no, I bought the cars like shit. So I had a
Love the honesty.
I had a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I had a Ferrari 488.
Ooh.
And both of them I bought like a dumbass. Basically, I was at a point in my life where I was like finally like, oh yeah, because it was always been a dream of mine. It's I want to drive Lambos and Ferraris. And I was finally at a point where like, okay, I can buy these and like, you know, I can get into them. And the thing about buying cars is, especially nice cars like that, unless you're buying them in cash, which I didn't want to do, I wasn't spending all my money on the cars, was it's hard to like get financing for them. Like to go walk in, like for instance, let's say that you have driven, like, because before those cars, I've had multiple cars, well, you know, that are around $100,000. But they don't want to finance you on anything that's more than double what you have history on paying for a year. So I've had multiple cars at $100,000 that I'm paying for all simultaneously. But they're like, no, the most we'll give you, like the most we'll finance for you is basically a $200,000 car. But like, no, I don't want to do that. So then they're talking about these fucking creative little lease things they do. And me being fucking dumb, I was like, okay, you're telling me I can get the car? Like, oh, okay, it's $60,000 down. I'm paying $3,000 a month. Okay, give it to me. Rolls Royce, $70,000 down, $5,000 a month. Give it to me, like, whatever. And I realized is basically I'm earning like no equity in these cars. My down payment, while it was a tax write-off, was like just so filled with fees and bullshit that like I all of a sudden looked at it. I was like, I'm into these cars, all this money, and I don't have like anything to show for it. So basically I had to pay to sell both of those cars. And not to mention what my payment was, it's like we're just the most front-loaded interest of all time.
Of course.
So I bought them on like shitty financing deals, which is honestly my fault. Like, what can you do?
Yeah, that's where they're making the money is like on the down payment.
Yeah,
of course.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to rotate out of these, and now I have a new rule for myself, and that's that. I'm not buying fucking sports cars unless I'm buying them cash.
Yep, there it is. Now we just got to do more deals, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. You do like 1-2 deals, and you can go and fucking buy a Lambo cash.
There you go. Well, and I think it's the next play. I actually got a deal right now in Charlotte I'm working on, doing like an equity split on because the seller just is too high and no developer. Okay, cool. You guys don't want to pay this? All right, let's just work out an equity split on the back end.
The deal in Naples that I was just talking to David about. But he said that the other offer, it says close in 45 days, 1% EMD, 15-day inspection period.
All right.
2.12 purchase
room to
price.
work. You could keep it 45-day close and go to 10-day inspection or something.
Yeah.
Or just up the purchase price and keep the terms the same. I'm gonna call my buyer for our deal we got on the boat yesterday real quick. See what's going on.
This is Eddie Lack with Engel & Bolters. Sorry for take your call. Leave a message.
Call me, motherfucker. You think I'm joking? Hello?
Hey, I'm in showings.
How are we looking?
Good. My TC is scrambling to get this contract, and my wife is complaining about everything she wrote. So, but I sent the earnest money already, so I think the market's happy.
All right, love it. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, call me at the end of your day.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. Earnest money's in.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
I want to call Mark and have him go.
Yeah, it'll be good content.
So this is
Hey, we slipped in some assignment language into that contract. So we literally connected him with our buyer and just said, you handle it.
Which you never do, or do you typically
No,
do?
with buyers I trust. I do. And I trust this guy. I know where he lives. And after he sees our shooting range day, I don't think he's going to not pay me on this deal. But no, all jokes aside, I texted him and he was like, what do you want to make on it? And I was like, can you just give us $50K? And he was like, sure. I mean,
So-
it was that easy.
I want to call Mark right now and be like, yo, you guys are getting it done?
Yeah.
And I'll just be like,
Can you take care of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, double assignment.
Mm-hmm. Double dip, bro. Buyer will pay us. Seller will take care of us.
It's Mark.
hey, Mark, it's Tyson. I wanted to check in and see if everything was good with Eddie.
What's that?
Is everything good with Eddie on the law on Jackrabbit?
I think so.
Okay, because I know
I'm not really
that.
sure.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, he says he's putting together an offer, and I seen the offer you guys sent over, which wasn't what we talked about. Yeah. I don't know where you guys came up with 5%.
I'm sorry. That must have been me making an assumption. You know what happens when you do that? Because you had mentioned, hey, yeah, 500K, 5%, and that's what I relayed to him. I didn't realize that you were saying that would be the original purchase price of 3.2. So that's on me.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know. I think he's putting together an offer and putting an earnest deposit in. So, but I don't know. Like I said, it's it just really depends on.
Okay. Well, I just got off the phone with him. He said that he was submitting EMD.
What's that?
I just got off the phone with him. He said that he was submitting EMD. Or that he already sent it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, he's a great guy. Super nice guy. Very cool. I said, dude, if you ever need anything, reach out. But like I said, as far as, I've been in a meeting, but I have talked to him and really good conversation, so.
All right, good stuff. Dude, I told you, man. I knew I'd be able to sell this one for you.
Yeah, like I said, the close is fantastic, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, I just, these wholesalers, I hate to say it, but I dealt with 2 wholesalers. I've been doing this for a long time, and I didn't know that motherfuckers could lie and fucking stare at you with a straight fucking face and be a bunch of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Telling them that they're home builders and they're developers and they're this and that, and fucking some lying motherfuckers, man. There's an easy way to make millions of dollars, and that's just fucking saying do the right thing.
Well,
I do it all the time.
I hope that you feel that that's the way that I've done things.
Well, yeah, listen, I don't, I have no problem with you at this point. You were willing to step out and connect us, which you seem like a great person. And Eddie said that he said, hey, dude, I told him I would take care of him. I said, okay. Because I was like, why is this? I was asking why it was going into, why the contract wasn't under his name. And he goes, oh, they just want to make sure that I take care of him. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, so.
Well, no, I mean, we obviously know him, so his TC is just going to be sending you like a contract directly with him, and he'll take care of us.
Yeah, and I answered all those questions. He was worried about the permits not being paid, and I said, dude, everything's paid. Put it in the contract. I got my. I even called my GC just to confirm. Dude, everything's paid, right? And he said, yeah. Even the dust permit is paid. So, dust permit's paid. Building permit's paid. So it's ready to rock and roll.
Cool. Well, hey, look, if you ever want to figure out your next one, or you have any other deals you need moved, please.
Yeah, I got 56. It's supposedly going to be under contract here in the next 2 weeks by it's supposedly 2 different buyers. So.
Wait, you're talking about the finished one we looked at, right?
What's that?
The finished one on 56th?
Yeah. So there's supposedly I got 2 buyers that are one of them guarantees that he's making an offer. He said he's just waiting for some money to hit from his brokerage account, and someone seen it last night, and they said it's the nicest house they've seen in Paradise Valley, and they absolutely love it. So they didn't say that they were going to make an offer, but my realtor feels like there's going to be an offer coming over. So yeah, if I get both of those gone, and like I said, I got some other things cut. I got a lot of hard money out that I think I got several million coming back in July, so I'll be stacked and ready to go.
Okay, and then also, you know, I know that you're a big developer in town. If you ever get sent deals that maybe just don't work for you, but you don't want to send them out because I know it kind of like cheapens the deal. If you ever want to have me do that for you, and I'll make sure that I'll take care of you on it, that's always an option as well.
Yeah, no, dude, I got some deals, and dude, to tell you the truth, I got an attorney that does dude, I got a cold. I can't even think right now, man. But I got an attorney that does the things when people die, and so he sends me deals. So yeah, I mean, if you want to figure out something, you know, like a split, I'll send you over some deals, and then like you said, these will be bangers. Like I don't you know, I don't deal with fucking average deals. So
Yeah,
man.
Same here.
Like I said, let's see how everything goes. And I didn't even see the contract. As long as he kept the contract, like I told him, and we get it done, man, I appreciate it. Like I said, man, we'll definitely do more business. 100%. I'm about 50 deals, never about one deal. I'll take one deal and you know, I'm not in for one deal. I'm in for partnership. So
Cool. Well, let's consider this 1 of 40 or 1 of 50 then. You got 49 more to go.
All right, brother. Cool.
All right, cool. Sounds good, Mark.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
All right, see ya.
Oh.
Well, I guess he's not going to be. He's letting Eddie carry the brunt.
Yeah. All good. 50K is 50K.
50K is 50K is 50K.
It was 50K from a conversation literally soaking wet, sitting in the boat right after wake surfing. We called him.
About 4 beers deep.
Yeah.
Let's go. I love it.
And the entire conversation wasn't even me saying anything. It was just him yelling.
All right, let's go shoot some guns. How about that? Here, Patrick.
This thing's been shot up.
Nuts.
All right, where'd you hit him? Center mass.
Right in the tummy.
He's dead. That's all I know.
We got his ass.
Throw one of these in the AR.
Breaking out the new one.
Yeah. First round through it.
Show me that. real
Is it
quick.
loaded?
No.
Here, you can use this.
Hold up. I was fucking with it earlier. Like, fuck this thing up. Like, it just comes out.
It stays out? Okay, so hit this. You'll release it on the side. So if you want to keep the chamber open, you pull this back and push this down. And then the chamber's open. Now you can throw a mag in and then just slap the side of this and it'll...
That is exhilarating.
So now try this one. This is the same gun, just with the can on it.
It's crazy how much cleaner like, they just fucking go straight through that shit.
So the one thing about shooting with a silencer, it's gassy. So the silencer traps all the gases and then shoots them, like twirls them up and shoots them back. So you're gonna smell some gas in your face while you're shooting it.
Yeah.
That's the same gun, just with has like a little foregrip on the front, and then
How you hold it? Like
what? Yeah, with your pinky like yeah, right in there. Those are suppressed bullets, so they don't travel past the sound barrier. So they're just like, they're subsonic, so they don't break the sound barrier, so they're so quiet.
We made it.
What's up?
Finally.
Now
Maps has been screwing us up all day.
Damn. Where's that fucked up loading is? I had them all like.
Got the trigger.
Wow. Let's go.
So Tyson, how does being a good shot relate to getting good deals?
Oh, it doesn't at all.
It's like
completely non-correlated.
it's like golf, man. Like you just go see what happens, you know? See what's up. Deal making is like a science. It's an art form, you know? You got the sauce or you don't, you know?
Deal making is kind of like love
It
making.
is. I always say
About
that.
the motion of the ocean.
Sales is like dating. You know, you either got the motion or you don't, you know?
This costs more than my first Rolex. No, the gun on the left is like 18 grand.
This is 18,000 bucks.
Holy shit.
God damn.
What makes it so expensive?
They're like limited production. They're really, really nicely engineered. They were made for special forces and stuff.
Nice.
And then they started selling them to civilians. It's just like a small company that makes a really, really nice ass gun, honestly.
Let's see.
It's like what the difference between a Honda Accord or a Porsche 911.
Yeah,
you
there
know,
you
it's
go.
just like nicer engineering.
There it is.
And the fact that there's so like little of them.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Limited inventory makes everything worth more.
All right, boys, that is a wrap. So we've got the deal closing, 115K on the 8th. We've got this deal that we locked up on the boat. That is all set to go. The close date on that is in 30 days.
Yep.
And then stay tuned to see what happens with this Naples deal. Kind of starting to hear back from the developers. Conversation is going well with our student, so it's looking like that one's going to be promising. Not sure what we're going to do next time, but I can tell you there's definitely going to be more luxury deals and
Maybe some golf.
maybe some golf. Yeah, more dope shit for sure. Whether it's shooting guns, boating, I don't know.
Wake surfing.
We can make money doing all of it.
Let's
That's
get
the
on the
great
boat
part.
again. Let's get on the boat, man. Come
Well,
on.
it'd be something luxurious.
Exactly.